21 here, Big 550 KTRS. Former state senator Jane Cunningham is rumored to be announcing today that she will seek the Republican nomination for the St. Louis County Executive in the August GOP primary. That's interesting news. She, of course, currently sits as the director of the Monarch Fire Protection District Board, and some interesting things came out in the last board meeting. To talk about it is Andy Shoop. Andy, you're a staff representative for Local 2665. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me on this morning.
You got it. Thank you. What was reported in the last board meeting?
The budget came in. The board likes to dance around hot topics. Our budget came in for 2013 at $725,000 over.
Where'd all the money go?
Where did all the money go? That's a good question. The bulk of that money, about $450,000, went towards an unprecedented indemnification for the board of directors that insured them to $5 million for personal liability, and the other $250,000 went towards legal fees.
So you're saying $450,000 went for an insurance policy to insure the board members from personal liability?
$200,000 for the insurance policy. The other $250,000 in the board-controlled items went towards the legal fees.
It's a lot of legal fees.
It is a lot of legal fees.
Well, people.
That's over budget. That's $230,000 over budget in legal fees.
Yeah. Well, you guys, all you want to do is sue poor Jane Cunningham.
No, that's the farthest thing from the truth. We have a very strong track record when there is a healthy labor and management cooperation of saving the district money.
Isn't this a lot of fallout from when you wanted to use those pink shirts to raise money for awareness for breast cancer?
Fallout from the pink shirts. I don't think that there was any legal action taken during the pink shirt debacle.
All right. Fair enough. How did that pink shirt thing end up? You guys were allowed to sell those shirts and wear them, correct?
We were allowed to wear those shirts in the Hope Fund based out of St. Luke's Hospital.
That is great. Hey, Andy, do you guys have a new contract, or are you still at a salary freeze?
We've been at a salary freeze for 10 years, but we're currently negotiating a contract that comes up every 3 years.
Well, maybe
And when it comes to other fire districts in that area, are you guys the lowest paid?
No, we're comparable to other fire districts.
You just been at a freeze for more than 10 years.
Yes.
And Jane Cunningham is set to announce that she's going to run for county executive. Can she do both?
No, legally she cannot do both. She can't hold two paid positions in the state of Missouri.
So she has to give up one if she wins the other.
Right. And if you recall in your studio last April, she told you that she was in for Monarch for 6 years.
Is it a 6-year term?
At Monarch it is.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. So she's going back on that campaign promise, you're saying?
It appears so, if she's going to run for county executive. Yeah. I don't think that she's made that filing yet, has she?
Well, no. Well, there's rumors on her Twitter account, or her own Twitter account, saying, hey, good news coming Wednesday. Right. I can't wait to make some big announcement or something. So.
Well, I hope the residents of St. Louis County wake up. I mean, if she can't manage a $17 million budget, I don't know how she'll manage a $630 million budget.
What was the reason? Do we know? I guess we should probably ask her this question. But what was the reason for the insurance policy on the board? I mean, that seems.
Well, if you recall, prior, just before she was elected to the Monarch board, she made a promise that she was going to wage war against the firefighters at Monarch. And she's got lawyers with her at every turn.
And maybe this has to be a question we have to ask her, but why does she have it in for you guys?
Why does she have it? It was the teachers before us. I can't answer that question. It seems to be a place that she can use as a political springboard, which, if what you're telling me is true, that she's going to run for county executive, that's what she's using it for.
Yeah.
drumming up some publicity and keeping her name fresh.
Andy, the Monarch district is a large, giant fire district.
Yes, sir. 54 square miles.
Give us a sense of in a year. Do you have the numbers there? How many fires you guys respond to on a yearly basis?
Alarm calls in total, right around 6,500 to 7,000.
7,000.
Alarm calls in total. Exactly how many working house fires? I couldn't put an exact number on that. That'd be a question for the fire marshal.
Right, and you're also part of the ambulance district too, right?
Well, we run an ambulance through the Monarch Fire Protection District. Yes, sir.
Do you have any numbers on how many times the ambulance is called in any given year?
I can tell you that in a given day, we run 10 to 12 calls each house. We have 4 ambulances.
4 ambulances and 10 to 12 calls a day.
Yes.
And the Monarch Fire District is more or less Chesterfield and Chesterfield Valley and some other.
Chesterfield, Wildwood, a little bit of Creve Coeur, some of Maryland Heights, unincorporated St. Louis County.
Yeah.
Yes, 54 square miles.
You also call out Robin Harris. What has Robin Harris done?
Oh, Robin Harris is right next to Jane. He follows her every move.
Oh, so you're saying they vote lock, stock, and barrel
Yeah,
together?
absolutely. Yeah, if you would look at the minutes, you would see that it's very obvious.
Yeah. All right.
Very obvious.
All right. Anything else you want us to know about from the Monarch Fire District?
No, I'd like you guys to check out Monarch Firefighters Community Outreach.org. We seem to stay pretty current there on the news and what Jane and Robin are up to. And please, we urge you to go to monarchfpd.org and look at the meeting dates and come and listen to Jane and Robin. Listen to the show.
Andy, what's the biggest stumbling block with the negotiations over the new contract?
There's just a lack of ability on the management side to work with labor, the firefighters.
But I mean, are you
negotiating? They want the firefighters to pay for capital expenditures within the fire district. It's impossible.
They want you to buy your own trucks?
Pretty much, yeah. They want the money to come out of our pockets through benefits, pay, et cetera, and the dollars can never add up.
Yeah.
You would have to cut our pay by 60% to pay for the capital expenditures of a 54 square mile fire district.
Again, Andy, so we have it correctly. They spent $200,000 on an insurance. What was the insurance numbers?
$200,000 for the indemnification policy that covers the directors for any personal liability
Up
or
to
legal
what?
action that may be taken against them.
Up to what?
Up to $5 million. Covers them up to $5 million.
Okay. And then what was the other 200 and something million?
$230,000 was to have the lawyers, Mike Bakewell, Robert Stewart, follow them around for the past year, I guess. Those 2 lawyers, too, just so everybody knows, they are both on Robin Harris and Jane Cunningham's contribution sheets for their elections.
How much money
I think around $500 in contributions.
So
I just think that it's interesting that they were contributing to their campaigns, and then they all of a sudden have jobs at the Monarch Fire Protection District.
So they gave both $500, so $1,000 total. That is Andy Shoop. Andy, your staff representative for Local 2665, Firefighters of Eastern Missouri. Andy, thanks for checking in. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. You have a good one.
729 here, Big 550, KT.